Now it's time for more of Southern California's sports fishing voice. Let's talk Hookup. Get ready for more of the best fishing information and the hottest tips on improving your angling skills. Let's Talk Hookup is sponsored in part by Yamaha Outboards. Reliability starts here. Ford, the official truck of Let's Talk Hookup. Shimano Rods and Reels. Fish with the best. Shimano. And by Rancho Leonero, where your wildest Baja dreams come true. And now, Southern California's sports fishing voice, the hosts of Let's Talk Hookup, Pete Gray, Rock Cod Rick Mexa, and Corey Sandin.
And welcome back. Hour number 2, Let's Talk Hookup on the Let's Talk Hookup app and radio network. Great show here in the studio. Rock Cod Rick's here, and Doug Kern from Fisherman's Landing Tackle is here. And you can tell Ricky's on best behavior today.
I got both my bosses here, man. I showed up early, you know, all good. No cocktails the night before. I'm just up and at it. I'm ready to roll.
For sure. And boy, what a great couple prizes Doug got.
Man, you're not kidding. We're just having such a good time. This is my favorite show with Doug because it's so exciting. We're on, feels like we're on the eve of Fred Hall. It's go time, and just so many cool deals and so many cool things to talk about. And speaking of deals, you nailed it, man. What a killer prize. 2 lucky callers are each going to win this at the end of the show, so we're giving away 2 of them. It's a $50 gift card to Fisherman's Landing Tackle that you can either use at the Fred Hall show or you can use it on an upcoming trip. If you're coming down, this summer to go long-range fishing, you can swing in the shop and pick up the hot jigs or get your reels filled up, whatever you need. $50 gift card coming your way, and that's going to be accompanied by 2 tickets to get into the Fred Hall Long Beach. If you heard about these crazy fluorocarbon deals and rod deals that Doug's talking about, you're going to get in for free to get to go take advantage of it.
How about that?
Great time. The phones have been packed solid, but if you do want to get your shot in this second hour, it's 833-288-0973.
Indeed, and we want to remind you on the here at the Fan on our phone system, you'll get a ring if the phones are all packed. So if you just keep ringing, you'll be in the queue. Next one that drops open, you'll be in there.
Yep, ring, and then I think it'll ring or it'll just go silent.
Silent.
Yeah, that's the other thing,
So I've heard,
which is odd, but I've heard that from both callers that it'll just ring a bunch or go. No, if it goes silent, you're still in the queue. Obviously, if you see your phone, still ticking away the seconds, you're still waiting, and then it'll just pop up. So,
all right, very good.
But I've been told both of those by our customers, by our callers rather, that that I was on hold and everything just went blank and there was nothing for 10 minutes, and the next thing you know, it rang and Adam was on the other line. So I've heard both things. So just as a heads up, Adam's not ignoring you. He got your back, man. As soon as he can answer your call, he's on it.
Yes, for sure.
Hey, with that said, it's time to find out what's going on in the water. It's time for our catch report, and today our FishDope.com report is sponsored by Gamakatsu. It's time to stock up on Gamakatsu hooks at the Fred Hall Show. Buy 2, get 1 free. Choose from all of the populars like the Nautilus Circle Hook, the brand new Nautilus HD, the Live Bait Hook, the Live Bait Light, and the best squid hook on the market, the Octopus 4X, which also I feel is the best Wahoo bomb replacement hook. I love that thing. That's what I put on all my bombs, is that Octopus 4X. It's a little bit longer shank, super sharp, good barb. I love that hook. All of them are buy 2, get 1 free. You can see them at your favorite tackle dealer at the show and take advantage of this great Gamakatsu deal.
All right, let's start it off with our private boater buddy, our FishDope.com reporter, Captain Mark Wish from Pacific Edge. Good morning, Mark.
Hey, good morning, Pete. Doug, great show, man. I can't believe the amount of enthusiasm you guys are showing.
We've been working on this for weeks and weeks. We take Fred Hall so serious, and that is what we've all been doing for the longest time, is pricing and packing and scheming, and this is when it all finally starts to come to fruition.
This is it.
Easy to get excited.
Yeah, it is. It totally is.
I saw that little video clip of you guys loading your truck there, and I was just shaking my head. Oh my God. Anyway, guys, well, so here we are, last day of February, special day. It's a leap year, so it's the 29th. And on the edge of a brand new season, good signs busting out everywhere. So let me give you a little rundown of what's been going on. I'll start down south here today, something different. Obviously, that bluefin down there below the border sure created a lot of excitement. Sport boats got on some of that good grade fish midweek down there somewhere in that 100-mile zone. Don't exactly know where yet, but it's definitely coming, guys. Conditions are looking really good, and you do want to get your gear ready. Don't get wrecked when that stuff swims up here again and starts biting. It's coming. Also, down below the border, like you heard Dart talking there a little bit ago, below the Coronado Islands a little bit there, some really nice sign on that good grade yellows midweek there, biting the yo-yo iron and the surface iron. So that bodes well. One of my customers had been down there, and he said there's some nice water pushing in that's really rich with bait. Chovies, krill, red crabs everywhere, he was telling me. So that's a good sign. The fish are never far from the cafeteria. Closer to home, more sign on that bigger halibut, mostly out there in deep water, guys, still 80 to 120 feet on the edge of hard bottom in the areas where there's good bait schools there on the edge of hard bottoms where you're going to find that halibut. And there's been some better fish, high 20s and low 30s here local. Also local, big sea bass season is finally slowly getting started. Congratulations to Vic on the sleeper there. He got the first one for the Balboa Angling Club, 55.9.
Ooh,
on 12,
nice. That's a real one.
12 pound.
Oh my
12.
gosh.
Well,
Yeah, Vic is a light tackle master. But, yeah, so that's kicking that off. And then, guys, there's Catalina, and I don't know exactly what's happening over there. Definitely some kind of weird scheduling error. Maybe it's a leap year or something, I don't know. But it's not Fred Hall show yet, and yet those sea bass started biting a little bit.
Maybe they thought they were yellowtail.
Yeah.
Yeah, they jumped the gun, you know, mostly shallow, but I had reports from backside east, backside middle, backside west, mostly school-sized fish, no big ones that fish up to like 20 pounds. There's certainly nothing wrong with that.
no.
But it's definitely getting started. There's quite a bit of bait over there in several different areas, so it bodes well. And the bad news is, unfortunately, a little bit of a dark cloud. We got a big wind coming here. It's already starting to blow. Tonight and tomorrow and probably Monday are looking less than stellar. So it is what it is, and I'll chase everybody in and see you guys at the show.
Yeah,
That sounds good,
indeed.
Mark.
And, of course, fishdope.com. Danny and the boys have been having such great success in keeping our anglers informed. $20 off a new membership to fishdope.com using the code Hookup Now, lowercase, no space, or just go by the Fish Dope BD Outdoors booth and just tell them you listen to Let's Talk Hookup. They'll give you the $20 off right there and their special deals. So you want to take advantage of it. And how do we find you, Mark?
P, we're in Huntington Beach. We're on the corner of Bolsa Chica and Edinger by the big Chevron station there. Phone number at the store is 714-840-4262, and the website's PacificEdgeTackle.com. And, you know, there is so much happening here in this last week or so. I mean, I think we're getting set up for another fantastic season.
I'm with you. And Mark, are we going to see you at the show?
You know, I'm going to walk through there on Thursday and say hi to all my friends and commiserate with you while you guys are working those long hours in the booth.
All right.
And see all that good stuff. But, yeah, no booth for us. We're just going to be taking care of business at the store.
All right. Well, what about our live broadcast next Saturday? Let's pin him down, too. You're going to be able to attend and do your show live?
You know, Adam was just talking to me about that when I was on hold. I don't know. It's always fun to do, and we've sure done it for about a million years. So maybe I'll make a trip up there and do it for you.
Why not?
I like it.
All right. Well, we'll see you at the Hyatt Regency Long Beach next Saturday. Appreciate that very much, Mark, and have a great week. We'll
See you,
you at
Mark.
the show.
Take care, buddy.
You got it. See you guys.
All right, let's head on now down to San Diego, over to Seaforth Sport Fishing, and talk to our buddy Marcos. Marcos, what's going on at Seaforth?
Good morning, guys. How you all doing today?
Great.
Awesome.
Well, the biggest news of the week probably was that San Diego, fishing down at the islands there, they got back going. Some good bottom fishing, picking away at some yellowtail, except for Thursday. Thursday they had 62 yellowtail for their 14 anglers, so great day of fishing there. It came down a bit yesterday, a couple yellowtail, some bonito, and a lot of rockfish. And from what I understand, this was, I don't know, take this for what it's worth, Thursday. All those customers bought their tackle at Seaforth Sport Fishing Tackle Shop.
Oh.
Friday,
That's
they
why
bought
they
all their
didn't get
tackle
limits.
at Fisherman's Landing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it just
So all that Friday tackle, when they caught only 2 yellowtail, that was all Fisherman's Landing tackle. I don't know what it means.
I'm with Doug.
But, yeah.
Like, just think if those guys would have bought it on Thursday, they would have been able to finish off limits. Like,
Yeah, no,
you know,
like,
another-
it just makes sense. You know?
yeah, I know you guys.
Possibly, you know. I think there was one guy on there that did buy it at Fisherman.
Yeah.
That's probably what brought it
You guys
down.
weren't quite able to get the job done, but I get it. You know,
No,
I mean,
he
like,
had,
Yeah.
that was Dart, right?
yeah.
Yeah. Now wait a minute. Maybe the new white cloud is Bob Fletcher. He went Thursday and see what happens.
Yeah, you know what? That's quite the change from the last few years, man. Where he just kind of shut down the bite. This year he got the bite going.
A former Fisherman's Landing guy, if I know correctly.
But since he's been fishing out of here, his fishing has gotten much better. You know.
Indeed. So what else is going on? Right?
That's awesome news, Marcos. I mean, how cool that amount of yellowtail has been available in February. And Pete was saying earlier in the show, you just knew, like, you get Booger down around those islands and give him a couple days, he's coming home with some yellows.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and it's February, you know, so we're catching those almost limits in February, and yeah, it did drop off a bit yesterday, but that's kind of expected for that early season fishing, and this is really early season fishing, so they're back down there today. Hopefully they're going to see some more of that and get that going, but the half day, moving on, starting tomorrow, we're going to be back to that local fishing. You know, the rockfish opens back up. So one more of those 9 o'clock trips today, and then tomorrow we're back to that 6 and 12:30 departures. And they'll still be fishing for the bass, so seeing calico bass, sand bass, but those have that option to fish for rockfish also. So definitely check the website there for those changes. Those half days, those full days on the San Diego, both up there, and both great options at this point. So let's have a little bit of weather rolling through the next couple of days just before the show there, but then things get going. And after that, I mean, if you're not going to the Fred Hall show up in Long Beach, you should definitely come fishing because I'm guessing it's just going to get better from here on out.
Indeed.
No doubt it, buddy. Great call, great report, Marcos. Glad to hear some great fishing going on. And if somebody wants to visit a great landing and the second best tackle shop in the game, how do we find you guys at Seaforth?
Well, something we don't talk about, we actually have a lot of social media out there that we haven't made use of. And with that show coming up, we're actually doing a little giveaway of some half-day trips, 3/4-day trips, some overnight trips. You get to go on the best boats in San Diego and fish the best tackle shop in San Diego here at Seaforth. So definitely check that out. Seaforth Landing for both all three of our Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Go follow those, and there's some information up there on how to get entered for those trips. Visit the guys at the show next week, and then a couple weeks after that, they'll be local here. Give us a call at the office, 619-224-3383. Come visit us down here in person and pick up one of those breakfast burritos there. Like I said, I don't think that rock cutter is coming back, unfortunately. We tried, but what can you do?
We appreciate you being the rally for it, Marcos. Great job, great report. We'll look forward to talking to you next week, and certainly next forward to seeing all the captains up at the Fred Hall show. Great job, Marcos. We'll talk to you next week.
Talk to you then, guys.
All right. Thanks, Marcos. That wraps up our catch report today.
You got it, man. Again, this one's sponsored by the Fish Pros at Fisherman's Processing in San Diego. Be sure to see the Fisherman's Processing and Fish Pros the Market at the Fred Hall Long Beach show. They're right across from the Let's Talk Hookup booth where you can purchase smoked and jerkied fish, all of their spices, their rubs, their smoked cheese, and all at special show prices.
Oh, great deal.
Oh, it's awesome. Fish Pros the Market and Fisherman's Processing. You can see them next week at the show and get in on those amazing deals.
Yeah, indeed. Right across from the Let's Talk Hookup booth, which, by the way, at our Let's Talk Hookup booth, we'll be introducing a brand new T-shirt that we have a limited supply on, the AFCO Samurai 2 shirt. It's branded with our Let's Talk Hookup logo on the front.
That's
awesome. Really super comfortable. 2 different colors, and we're going to have them they're regularly $35. We're going to have them for $25.
Nice.
Wow.
2 for $40.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so
that's insane.
Especially on a sun protection tech shirt like that. That's a great deal.
Their latest and greatest
cool.
shirt.
Wow. Nice job, Pete.
Yeah, so check those out at the Let's Talk Hookup booth.
All right. Well, the phones are packed. I know everybody's excited and dying to talk to Doug, so let's jump back into them and talk to Dan. He's calling us from La Mesa this morning. Hi, Dan. Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup.
Hi, good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
I had the opportunity to go on a 7-day trip on the Royal Star coming up the end of June, and I have never used a 2-speed reel before. So if you could just touch on the differences between the single speed, the double speed, what time of line that goes on there, and a recommendation for a 40 and 60-pound outfit.
Yep. Well, a 2-speed reel is, by its very nature, a lever drag reel. So the traditional star drag reel, you take it out of gear by flipping the lever back, you put it in gear by flipping the lever forward, and you tighten the drag by twisting the star clockwise, and you loosen the drag by twisting the star counterclockwise. With a 2-speed reel, it's a lever drag reel, so where your in and out of gear lever would have been on a star drag, you have a lever that kind of slides forward and slides backwards, which gradually increases and decreases the drag. There is no star. And then they typically have a button right in the center of the handle. So when that button is in the out position, that's going to be your high gear. So you normally start fishing in high gear get your bait out there, and then if you need to retrieve your bait to change it, you're still in high gear. You can bring your line in more quickly. If you do hook a fish, they get out there, make their first initial run. You don't have a ton of pressure on your line, so you can crank that higher gear ratio. Once you get kind of straight up and down, though, you kind of get to that stalemate point where you can't retrieve the fish as easily. You can't turn the handle. So you push that button inward. That drops it down into that low 1 point whatever to 1 gear ratio. Now you're not making as much progress, but you are able to turn the handle and keep the fish's head pointed towards you and keep the fish coming towards you. So that's how they operate, what the differences are. And as far as a 40 to 60 pound outfit, normally it would be, let's just use Shimano for an example, a Talica. That'd be, that 12 or 16 size that we kind of talked about earlier for the Guadalupe trips. You're going to put probably 80 pound Spectra braid line of some sort on there. And then you can use a shorter, like a, 10 foot, 25 foot, top shot of fluorocarbon. Or you can use a little longer one. If you prefer a little stretch, you can put, 25 or 50 yards of monofilament line. That way you'd be fishing just as if though you had straight monofilament on your reel, but it gives you the benefit of having a lot more line on that smaller reel because the Spectra is such a thinner diameter. So what I would recommend is if you're going to be at the Fred Hall show, stop by the booth. If you get into our store, and we can go through and show you how the reels function, give you how much each reel will hold of what pound test line, and just kind of dial you in. And we have some great specials on all that kind of stuff at the show. So if you're looking to add one to the collection, this would really be a good time to do it. Shimano's giving away some free Spectra. Other reels that we're selling from other brands, same thing. There are major incentives, price discounts, Spectra, reel covers. Each manufacturer has its own specials, but it's a great place to get educated and add to the collection and stretch your dollar.
There you go, Dan. Thanks a lot for the call. We'll see you at the show. Now, you had another special deal you wanted to release.
We have a lot more, but
more special
as long as we're
deals.
talking about 2-speed reels, this is a pretty crazy one. Avet 2-speed reels, they have every imaginable size from the SX up to the big HXWs and even bigger than that. And I'm not going to elaborate on exact pricing or exact percentages, but this will be the most reels we've ever had in our booth, and the pricing will be absolutely by multiple percents better than anything we've ever offered on Avet. I don't care if you're looking to buy a closeout, a second, a blem, first run, whatever. These are first run reels, and the pricing will be lower than I'm almost assured that you've ever seen at the Fred Hall show or maybe anywhere. And then they're also
First
giving
run reels at discounted prices.
Yeah, not two different colors, not
Right.
the frame doesn't match the handle, doesn't match the clamp.
No,
First
it's-
run, out of the showcase.
Yep.
These were for sale at the landing 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And now they'll be at the most insane price you've ever had.
And Avet's giving away a free hat and a free rod cover to go along with that. So that's another, $30 worth of free. It's always fun to get free stuff at the Fred
Hell
Hall show.
yeah.
It's like a tradition. So I wanted to throw another one out. You were talking about the Gamakatsu hooks. We will have the Gamakatsus in the booth. Buy two at a discounted rate. Go to the Gamakatsu booth and get a free one from Ted and the boys. We're also doing Mustad, buy two, get one free on the Ultra Points. And then owners, we just give a fat discount, 35 to 40% right there in the booth. So if you're looking to beef up your hook selection, definitely that's a thing you should put on your shopping list for the Fred Hall show.
Also with those owners, if you buy, so it's a huge discount on the pack itself, and if you buy $50 worth,
Yeah.
you also get a free T-shirt.
Absolutely.
Or a hat,
And
if you're
again,
a hat or
it's
T-shirt
just
guy.
fun to get
Free
something
stuff.
free.
Yeah.
Yeah, indeed. Bart Hall, what's up?
Hey, can you believe it's here?
Yeah, it's here. And you'll be right here in this studio tomorrow morning with John Ireland.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah, I will. Doug, you must be going through it, man.
We've
must be
been
busy.
working on this. We had our first meeting the week between Christmas and New Year's and kind of got our game plan together. Boxes have been flooding in the door ever since. We unpack them, check them in, reprice them at a lower price, and then put them in a box. They go into our storage. They all came out a couple days ago, packed the trucks. I mean, it's just There's a certain feeling you get. It sends shivers up my spine when I think about it. The Fred Hall Show is such a part of life if you're a fisherman. New fisherman, old fisherman, this is the big one. So I'm just so excited, and it's so good to hear your voice.
Yeah, you too. That's why I had to call in. I'm listening, and I'm going, gosh darn it, it's here, and I know you feel like I do. This is, all these deals are great. They're wonderful. They're fantastic. But the best thing is we all get together. We all get to share our passion for fishing, and we all get to celebrate the passion, as Mike Lum would say. And it's I'm so excited. I get so excited this time of year. I can hardly stand it. So.
We take it so serious. Like, we're really proud of the show, and we've got so much respect for the show itself and for all of our customers. It's not, we don't go there and put up a grid wall panel and sell some stuff for cheap. I mean, we're really proud of what we get to do and what we get to do for and with our customers and our buddies. And it's a real undertaking. I mean, we drive up with 2 trucks, and in 3 days we set up a tackle store. I mean, showcases and lights and booths, and it is a full-on tackle shop that gets set up in 3 days, and we sell out of it for a few days, and then it gets put back up into a truck and go home. And we're like so excited about the fact to get to do it. It like you said, it's a part of our life as fishermen, and I can't imagine not having the Fred Hall shows. This is what we look forward to all year long. And
we, as important and as cool as the deals are, we have a motto, and it's 51% show, 49% sell. If we have a decision to make that's going to benefit the fishing public, the show itself, the industry, that's the most important thing to us. And then, it's tradition, and, we want to sell the deals and all that kind of stuff, but the show is so important to our industry and to our fishermen and, fishing itself, and it's just a tradition.
Indeed.
Well, this show would not exist without people like you, Doug, and you're the leader of the pack on that, and you always have been, and it's such a pleasure to have gotten to know you through this and to work with you. It's great. I agree with you 100%.
Thanks, Bart. And we're looking forward to our live broadcast, which Fred Hall shows sponsors at the Hyatt Regency there on Saturday and Sunday. You'll be there both days, right?
Yeah, that's we're looking forward to that too. That's just so much fun, Pete. I can't, it's a beautiful, it's there in the lobby of the Hyatt, and all those people come down, and boy, it is a good time. Oh, by the way, Doug, I have good news for you. I think I have that parking lot thing all figured out. You'll be so happy. It'll be just like you had it before.
You want to know what? I will adapt and be happy with whatever we have to do. We're all in this together, and we appreciate all your efforts on everything that goes on behind the scenes. But, whatever it is, we're going to show up with bells on and make it work.
All right, very good. All right, thanks, Bart. We'll see you tomorrow right here in the studio.
Looking forward to it.
See you, Bart.
All right, thanks a lot for that, Bart.
When we come back, we got more of your phone calls. Phones are packed up if you want to get through. 833-288-0973. More with Doug Kern from Fisherman's Landing Tackle when we return on the Let's Talk Hookup app and network.
At Olokai, we handcraft Hawaiian-inspired footwear, finding inspiration in Hawaiian culture and craftsmanship. Fishing is at the heart of the Hawaiian culture today, just as it's been for centuries. Generations of fishermen and women cast inshore and offshore in search of the next big catch. No matter how they do it, there's attention to detail and respect for the ocean that guides their passion. At Olokai, they believe in the same attention to detail when crafting the highest quality shoes and sandals. Olakai's water-friendly Noheamoku slip-on shoe features razor sipping with non-marking rubber for extra grip on the deck, the dock, or the rocks. And it's designed for easy on-off barefoot wear. And when it comes to sandals that perform, Olakai's new Ulele provides the comfort and durability of a sneaker for those long days on the boat or shore. Whether you're loading up the boat, shoreline fishing from the rocks, or scoping out the best place to set up on the beach, Olokai takes you further. Shop or find your local retailer at olakai.com.
One of the dream trips for most anglers is Alaska. There are so many lodges. How do you make a choice? It's easy. Choose the one most Let's Talk Hookup listeners return to time after time. Kingfisher Charters in Sitka, Alaska. No one does it better than Kingfisher Charters. They offer the best service, the most comfortable accommodations, fantastic food, and the finest charter captains in Sitka. All for the ultimate value. One visit and you will understand why nobody beats Kingfisher Charters. Sitka is famous for some of the best runs of salmon in Alaska. And if giant Alaskan halibut is your target, the expert captains at Kingfisher Charters know the hot spots and can put you on a fish of a lifetime. Plenty of rockfish and huge lingcod are there too. And when it comes to fish processing, the best in Alaska is Kingfisher Charters. It's all included in your package. In fact, everything is included except tips. It is truly amazing how the Kingfisher crew continues the quality of service they deliver year after year. Kingfisher Charters, 800-727-6136, or check kingfishercharters.com.
It's Yamaha's Reliable Choice sales event. From January 1st to March 31st, power up with the choice of additional warranty protection or up to $1,500 in dealer credit on eligible select new 2.5 to 350 horsepower 4-strokes. For details, visit YamahaOutboards.com or your Yamaha Outboards dealer today. Yamaha. Reliability starts here. Offer ends March 31st, 2020. Subject to change. Other restrictions and conditions apply. Select models excluded. See authorized participating Yamaha outboard dealers for details. Cannot be used with any other Yamaha offer.
For your next trip, who needs travel insurance? You do. This is Bob Dawson from Dawson & Associates Insurance Services. We guarantee the lowest prices on all travel insurance plans with 6 companies and 122 different policies. We recommend that you purchase your trip insurance within 14 days of your initial trip deposit to get your money refunded if you have to cancel. These plans will include trip cancellation insurance, medical, medevac, baggage loss, and rental car coverage. Please call me at area code 619-990-3068 or visit us at safariglobaltravel.com.
It's showtime, and the Dana Landing booth at this year's Fred Hall Long Beach show is the biggest ever. Actually, they have 4 factory booths in one. That means tons of selection and savings for you. Let's start with Maui Jim. Over 300 styles of Maui Jim sunglasses in the Flying Jimmy, including over 60 My Maui customs, plus Maui readers. Olokai will have their largest display of shoes and sandals at the Dana Landing booth. Check out the new line of beach sandals that are designed to get wet. Perfect for fishermen. Both Fishworks and Salty Crew will have lots of their fishing-inspired clothing and hats at discounted show pricing. Come by and say hi to the factory reps from Maui Jim, Olokai, Fishworks, and Salty Crew. They'll all be in one spot, the Dana Landing booth at the Fred Hall Long Beach show. All the finest sunglasses, shoes, and clothing and incredible show prices at the Dana Landing booth. So don't miss it.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup. Having a great time here talking tackle deals at Fred Hall with the tackle guru, Doug Kern.
Indeed. Phones are packed up, but we're giving away a couple great prizes, $50 gift card to Fisherman's Land and Tackle, plus 2 tickets to the Fred Hall show. 2 winners of that.
That's sweet.
Right there. And we just heard the Dana Landing tackle booth, Dana Landing booth, Maui Mikey. What show wouldn't I mean, what show would be without Maui Jim's one and only Mike Battistoni, who
wouldn't be a show.
Legend in the industry. And I'm going to tell you something, the selection of Maui Jim sunglasses at Dana Landing, awesome.
The best.
And the Maui Jim personnel, they're going to have the Flying Jimmy there. The Maui Jim personnel will be there to help you pick the right one for you. They get free gifts, everything. But Mike Battistoni, go by and say hi to Mike and thank him for being a part of Let's Talk Hookup, because he's an important part of Let's Talk Hookup and does a lot for us.
Big reason that we get to give away all those pairs of Maui Jim sunglasses. Yeah. If you've ever been a recipient of one, or hopefully two, make sure to tell Mikey how much we appreciate the association.
Speaking of which, at our live broadcast on Saturday and Sunday, live Saturday and Sunday at the Hyatt Regency there in the Seaview Rotunda at the bottom of the escalator, not only will we be giving away a Shimano reel, not only be giving away an Anza fillet knife, we'll be giving each day a pair of Maui Jim sunglasses.
Dude.
Yes.
It's like the Christmas show.
We're going to be giving away Maui Jim sunglasses, a whole bunch of stuff. So
That's
go
great.
by the Dana Landing booth, say hi to Mike Battistoni, and tell him how much you appreciate him taking care of us here at Let's Talk Hookup. Another guy that's going to be at the show, and he also will be at our live broadcast on Saturday, Ted from Gamakatsu Hooks. Good morning, Ted.
What's up, Ted?
Good morning, guys. How are you today?
Terrific. We're very excited about this coming week.
As am I, because I'm looking outside right now, and it's raining up here in Seattle, so I'm looking forward to some of that sunshine down there.
Yeah, well, I don't want to tell you, it was like 80 degrees here yesterday. So.
Yep. And the yellowtail biting.
And the yellowtail biting.
Oh, and the bluefin.
Yeah.
Well, great.
We're excited,
just wanted to come on. We just wanted to come on and just, thanks for having me on the show, guys. We're so excited about this. We started this planning process last fall, and we wanted to be really aggressive here at the show, and so that's where this buy two, get one free kind of came from. We're going to do the buy two, get one free. The free package is redeemed in our booth. Our booth number is 1106, and that's good on both the loose packs and the 25 packs.
That's sweet.
That's a sweet deal. And it's for any hook in the Gamakatsu line, right?
That's correct. So what we're going to have folks do is just come by the booth with their proof of purchase, and they can get their free package that way. Now, it is limited to, I have a limited assortment of both saltwater and freshwater hooks, because if you bought a certain hook, we may not have that exact same hook to give you for free, because it's just too difficult to try to bring that much inventory to give somebody exactly what they purchased. So we have a limited assortment of some of our most popular saltwater hooks and most popular freshwater hooks that you're going to get, and that is limited to our quantity on hand. But trust me, my boss looked at me and said, "Are you really sending that much stuff down there?" And I'm like, "Yeah, we're really sending that much stuff down there. So hopefully we won't run out."
You're going to need to.
Hopefully you will run out.
And there's no such thing as a bad free pack of Gamakatsu.
No.
Yeah, we'll take it all.
And that includes the best circle hook on the market. That's the Nautilus circle hook, right?
I love it, man. I love that hook.
It is, and that's and Doug, you were really instrumental in the design of that and the feedback that we got for that, and that hook. Boy, it's just done really well for us, and we're so excited about folks using that hook and just the success they can have with it.
Oh, no doubt.
Yeah, for sure. So, Ted, the rumor has it that when you attend our live broadcast on Saturday morning at the Hyatt next Saturday, 1 week from today, hard to believe, hard to say that, right? That you're going to be bringing some goodies, Gamakatsu goodies, to give away to the live audience.
Absolutely. So I'm going to leave that as a surprise, so people have to show up to see what they get. But we're going to definitely have some things that we're going to be giving away there during the live broadcast for sure. So come on down and see us. And the other thing to keep in mind, guys, is so the first 40 people each day that purchase the buy two get one free, come back to our booth and show us that receipt. The first 40 people are going to get a dry bag backpack for free. That's retail value, $19.99 retail value. Yep.
That's cool.
Get out of here. How cool is that?
That's pretty, and they're nice, too. I have one of
I'm
those.
super
They're great.
familiar. They're great.
Great bag. Hey, Ted, thanks a lot, and we'll see you at the show on Wednesday and see you at our live broadcast next Saturday. Appreciate it. Ted from Gamakatsu, great guy, and really appreciate all your promotion that you're doing for our listeners.
Thanks, guys. Looking forward to it.
It's going to be
very good.
Big Gamakatsu
year
this year. That's
no
going to
doubt.
be a big one.
Gamakatsu's
How
gonna be
cool
huge.
is that dry bag thing? That's great,
cool.
man.
Yeah. First did
40.
he say the first 40
First
people?
40.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so get on it.
Yeah.
Ted's a very good sales manager because
he's excellent.
It's not a bean counter. He's out there in the industry giving the people what they want and making sure that it's right for the customers and the anglers. So kudos to him.
No doubt about it, for sure. Hey, let's go ahead and jump into those jam-packed phone lines.
Mike from Chino's up next on Let's Talk Hookup. Mike, good morning. What's going on?
Hey, what's up, Rick and Pete and Doug? How you doing, man?
What's happening?
Yeah, Maddie doing stuff too. Hey, I got a question. I just wanted to thank you, one, for the CalStar blanket you hooked me up with and had your guys wrap for me. That chick stick is bad, dude.
Has it bent yet? You got that thing bent?
And I've got lots of tuna. I don't even fish bait anymore when I go on these.
That's awesome.
Nice.
All I care about is get away from the madness that's back there at the bait tank. But anyway, I wanted to talk to you about this gold label fluorocarbon. Is this like the new stuff that if you buy two of those, you get a free regular Seaguar blue label fluorocarbon? Is that what the deal is?
No, so the way that Seaguar is working it, there's 4 different types of fluorocarbon. So the Premier, the Gold, and the Pink, you buy 2 in our booth, go to the Seaguar booth, and get a third one free.
Of the same. So you get, if you buy gold, you get gold.
Yes. So you can't mix and match. So if you buy Premier, you get Premier. If you buy Gold, you get Gold. And the Gold label, if you're not familiar with exactly what it is, it's a slightly thinner diameter, but yet stronger material, also extremely abrasion resistant. So that's why it only goes up to 40. Their process will only allow them to achieve all of those goals up to 40. But what a great line. You've got the tensile strength, abrasion resistance, the flexibility, knot strength, and it's a thinner diameter. So you're just going to get more bites and lose less fish. Now, I don't know if any of the other dealers are doing this, and I kind of highly doubt it, but we also do have the blue label in our booth, buy 2, get 1 free from us. and it's going to be discounted and get the third one for free. So
that's in your booth. You'll get the free goods at your booth.
Yeah, we're just kind of sacrificing, making as much money on that one because a lot of people like the Blue Label, and we don't want to disappoint them if that's what they really came to get. So we have all 4 put-ups, all great deals. So time to stock up on the fluoro.
No kidding. Thanks a lot for the call this morning, Mike. Let's go ahead and jump back into it.
You got it, buddy. Don in Woodland Hills is up next. Don, thanks for hanging in there with us.
Hey, guys, good morning. Hey, I'm sorry my call didn't get in before you spoke with the rep, with Ted from Gamakatsu.
Oh.
That's my question. Doug and Rick, what, from your perspective for bluefin tuna fishing, what's the difference between the regular Nautilus versus the Nautilus HD? I know it's supposed to be a little more beefy and not as heavy duty as the Super Nautilus, but where would you go for, these bluefin where you might get something between 75 and, who knows, 200, 300 pound?
Yeah, general rule with hooks is you always want to go the biggest and thickest material you can get away with because you're just going to lose less fish. But then there's that delicate balance between getting the bite and getting the fish to the boat. Obviously, you have to get the bite first, but it doesn't make sense to put an ultralight hook, size 4, on 10-pound test to target a 100-pound bluefin. So that's an extreme. But obviously, so you want to find that sweet spot. And a lot of times it's sort of been, a little bit marginal. You've got these 80-pound tuna. Maybe they're only biting 40 presented on, the thinner diameter, fluorocarbons and a little smaller hook. Well, a thinner hook also, when you pin the bait, it doesn't damage the bait as much, so your bait can swim better. It's a lighter weight hook, so the bait can, swim without carrying around a big hook. So you kind of have to just keep gauging the conditions and always try to get away with the heaviest gear you can. So the HD hook was kind of a missing element there within the Gamakatsu line. You had those... the regular Nautilus, which is a great hook, really thinner wire, so, it doesn't damage the bait. You get a good hookup ratio, but then maybe you're a little worried that you're going to straighten the hook out so you don't pull as hard. Then you had the Super Nautilus. That was, the big cow, 200-pounders when they're biting nails, and you can put 200-pound test and a 80, 90, one of those on there. Well, the HD is kind of that sweet spot a lot of times where you've got a little extra beef, a little extra thickness in the hook, but still it's a very sharp and not oversized wire. So a lot of times that Nautilus HD is a good way to go for the type of fishing we've been doing at Guadalupe and the Bluefin.
There you go, Don. Thanks a lot for the phone call this morning. Before we move on to the next phone call, I have sad news to report. A good friend, Don Heller from Heller Ford in Escondido, passed away this past week. Don was an avid fisherman, an avid hunter, and just a fantastic guy. I've known Don for 40-plus years, and just a super good guy. And he was always happy and excited to go fishing. And he was a big friend of cowboys, and I knew him well, and his son DJ, and used to go fishing with them. And just a super good guy, and just like created such a great thing there with the Escondido Water Park and Heller Ford and such like that. Just super good guy, and we're gonna miss you, Don, for sure, no doubt about it.
Oh, well said. Well, let's jump back into the phones. We're going to talk to Bob. He's calling us from Lakeside this morning. Hi, Bob. Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup.
Hey, good morning, guys. Really excited to be up there on Wednesday opener.
All right.
My question for you is, what kind of deals, Doug, are you going to have on like tackle bags, tackle boxes, and stuff? Thinking about replacing my 10, 12-year-old open water roller bag.
Okay, well, that's a great one. I hope I can remember all of these because we brought a lot. But we have rolling bags, we have backpacks, we have reel covers, we have jig totes, we have just traditional tackle bags with the plastic divider boxes in there. So while we're on the subject of Gamakatsu, they came out with a nice backpack.
Yeah.
And in addition to that, Daiwa has their tactical series of backpacks. Which is going to come with a free $40 jig tote. That's a really good one. Shimano has their traditional, most popular ever backpack. We've got SKB tackle boxes. We have the rolling bag by Calcutta, the big rolling bag that holds everything you need for a 100-day long range trip. We've got Reel covers by Okuma. Buy one of those, you go over and get a free T-shirt. Like we said earlier, everybody loves free stuff. Shimano just has endless number of bags, from bags to traditional tackle bags to the backpack. Am I forgetting anything? Didn't I mention that one? The rolling bag, the Calcutta rolling bag.
Okay. Yeah.
So I think we got that one in there.
So lots of choices in bags.
We will have and I keep saying this, I know it sounds like BS, but we will have the largest selection of tackle bags.
How is that possible? You're carrying it all up there. That's why those trucks are so full.
That's a huge reason the trucks are so full.
We've just, we make notes, about what we think works and what the people want, and that's one of the big things is we do really well on tackle bags, and we just upped our game again this year. So we definitely will have a good selection. Everything is very highly discounted on the tackle bags. Some of them come with, some free stuff. So that's a really good category for us.
You'll be stoked, Bob, because they're not like, it's $5 off. I mean, they are very
Severe
real
discounts.
discounts. Yeah, you're saving real money and a lot of choices.
All right, Bob. Thanks a lot for the phone call this morning.
How about Matt in Montclair up next on Let's Talk Hookup? Hi, Matt. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Morning, guys. I was wondering I'm not sure if you mentioned what booth number you're going to be in and if there's any swordfish stuff that's going to be on sale.
Good question.
Yes. There's no way we're going to get to all the stuff we're bringing, but the swordfish is such an important category for us. We jumped on that the second it started becoming a reality. Guys in our shop have gone and done it and actually caught swordfish. We've dialed it down to a pretty good assortment of stuff. So we've joined forces with the Hooker Reel Company. That's the add-on electric reel motors that go onto the Tiagras and the Penn Internationals. We have weights from Ford.
So if you have an existing Tiagra, can you put that Hooker reel on it?
Yes, and Hooker is going to be at the show 2 doors down from our booth, it sounds like. They never have the deal finished, but they were trying to get in a, that close proximity because we work so closely with them. We've done several of these reels already. And so they will be able to give you information beyond what our knowledge is, and our knowledge is pretty good on them, but, the manufacturer's going to be right there 2 doors down. We've got all the sinkers, both the coated ones and the uncoated ones, the skirts that guys are using to put over their baits. We've got the rigs for the baits. We've got everything that goes with it. We've got wind-on leaders that are 65-foot and 100-foot.
Wow.
The super Gucci ones with the loops already spliced in.
Sweet.
We've
lights and
got the strobe lights, the long line
lights.
clips, line counters. You could walk in our booth, walk out with everything you need, and walk down to your boat in Long Beach Harbor and go sword fishing an hour later.
What do you mean a line counter?
Well, people want to know their depth,
right?
And so there's a line counter that can clamp onto your outfit, and you run your line through it, and it'll tell you how deep you are.
So if you have a non-electric reel, you want to go do it with your Talica or your reel you've already had, don't have the money to spend on electric, it can clamp right onto your rod. There's a little wheel that you just kind of loop the line around, and it'll tick off.
Tell you how far you are.
tick off in yards.
Which is important.
How much line has come off the
and
reel.
Then
nice.
In addition to that, we've figured out the tip softness and stiffness, and we've custom built several swordfish rods with the bent butts by Winthrop, and we've got also swordfish rods by Seeker, swordfish rods by Daiwa. We've got the electric reels by Shimano and Daiwa. We literally have everything that you could possibly need, and the knowledge to kind of help you dial in that whole swordfish thing. That's a huge thing.
Yeah.
Now,
now, what about the booth number? Do you know?
Well, they change up the booth numbers a little bit every year, but we're right in the center of the show,
right across from Fisherman's Landing.
Yep. Normally it's like 10:22 to 10:26, depending
kind of the
on
middle of the show.
Yeah.
You can't miss Fisherman's Landing tackle.
Just look up and look for the banner, right?
Well, we don't have a banner.
Okay.
But you'll see a glow coming out of the booth.
You'll see a glow, yeah.
And you'll hear a low hum.
Can't miss it. And you're in good company. You're surrounded by a lot of tackle manufacturers.
CalStar across the aisle, Seeker Neck down the way, Aftco's right next to us.
Aftco's right there, Fisherman's Landing, P-Line, Tatty.
Yeah.
There's a
got
bunch
good neighbors.
We're kind of in the saltwater zone where it all goes down.
There you go, Matt. Thanks a lot for the phone call this morning.
All right. Hey, when we come back, we're going to find out what lucky two guys have a $50 gift card and 2 tickets to Fred Hall. You stay tuned. You're listening to Let's Talk Hookup on the Let's Talk Hookup app and network.
Fisherman's Landing has been the choice of sport fishing anglers for decades, with the largest fleet of long-range boats worldwide, complemented by Southern California's finest charter and open party fleet. Now is the time to book your long-range trips and charters, plus half-day trips aboard the Dolphin. Go to fishermanslanding.com and see trip availability, and even book your trip online. Stop by or call Fisherman's Landing in San Diego and book now at fishermanslanding.com. It's Fred Hall show time, and Fisherman's Landing Tackle has the best selection and the hottest deals in the show. Hi, this is Doug Kern. The huge Fisherman's Landing Tackle booth is a must visit, and the deals will be unmatched. We have the most complete selection of owner hooks at the show, including the new Owner Mutu Hybrid. Get the best pricing of the year on owner styles for local and long-range fishing. The Fisherman's Landing Tackle staff knows your owner hook needs. Come by the most spectacular booth in our history. Fisherman's Landing Tackle, a must-see at this year's Fred Hall Show.
Hey, it's time for the 30-second Power Pro Seminar. Here's the hot tip for those of us that like to fish with small reels for big fish. Fill your spools with Power Pro Max Quattro. It's 25% thinner than standard Power Pro. That means you're going to get more line on that small reel. Plus, you can fly line your bait more effectively. Here's another tip about Power Pro Max Quattro. Your casting distance will increase in addition to increasing your spool capacity. So downsize your tackle and use Power Pro Max Quattro. Check PowerPro.com for more information. When it comes to fishing rods for saltwater, there's just one name you need to know: CalStar. Take, for example, the Graphiter series. It's a true graphite and fiberglass composite rod, the finest it's ever been built. And for anglers seeking traditional performance, durability, and quality at an affordable price, the CalStar West Coast series of rods and blanks are the ones for you. Their master craftsmen bring decades of rod building experience to every rod they make. So if you want your fishing rods to be truly state-of-the-art, I always recommend CalStar at fine tackle stores everywhere.
This is Captain Tim Ekstrom from the long-range vessel Royal Star. With my partners Randy Toussaint and Brian Sims, we have set the bar of the long-range fishing experience. A spring 8-day, summer 5-day, or a fly-down, fly-back 11-day winter trip, we deliver the highest quality long-range voyage you will find. From our premium RSW fish storage to our top-of-the-line chefs and crew, Royal Star distinguishes itself from all others. Want to grab a spot on the Royal Star? Check us out at RoyalStarSportFishing.com or call Tracy at 619-224-4764.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup. Okay, the big winner of those $50 gift cards and tickets to Fred Hall, that's going to Refugio in Laverne and Matt in Montclair. Congratulations, guys. We'll see you at the show.
We'll see you at the show for sure. Okay, Doug, so many things you didn't get to. Kind of rattle off.
Okay, I'm going to rattle them all off. 13 reels, 25% off, a free rod, free Spectra line, braid blackjack trolling plugs, regular $19.95, $5.
Whoa.
Daiwa. HD Lexus and Saltist, a free rod or a free sweatshirt. We've got Okuma Komodo reel, free rod. Okuma's got a limited edition blue camo Makaira reel. They only made 30. We got 6 of them. Whoa. Owner hooks, 35 to 40% off. Penn, a free $110 duffel bag. International, Torque, Fathom reels. Phoenix rods. They're giving all kinds of free swag. Best price we've ever had on Phoenix, guaranteed. Rapala, buy 2, get 1 free. We've got $5 Roddy blanks, like 300 of them.
Blanks.
They're $69.95
for $5.
$5.
Wow.
We got Extra Tough there, super highly discounted and a free prize. We've got the final blowout on the Cousins rods. There aren't many, but if you've been looking to get that, a Cousins, we've got a few of those left. Liquid Sticks rods. That's a tradition for us. $59.95, 50% off, $29.95.
$29.95 for Liquid Sticks.
So anyway, I know that's a mouthful. I know that's a lot, but we're looking forward to seeing everybody at our booth. Just come hang out, say hi. We're so excited, and here goes the season.
Yeah, man. Well, great job, Doug. That was good. I got all that stuff in
there. Well done.
Take a breath now. And thank you, Doug, and thanks for all you do for Let's Talk Hookup and all you do for the fishing community, too.
All right,
we
thank
appreciate
you guys.
it. We'll see you at the show.
See you
We'll see you tomorrow on Let's Talk Hookup. I want to thank Brian in the studio here and Adam on the other side of the glass for all he does with our Let's Talk Hookup app on our phones there. And tomorrow is another great show. Bart Hall from the Fred Hall Show and John Ireland from Rancho Leonera will be right here to talk about something going on next week. Oh, yeah, it's Fred Hall Show. Yeah, so that'll be a great show. Tomorrow morning, 7 to 9 a.m. And want to thank all our listeners and callers for hanging in there. And we'll see you tomorrow, 7 to 9, right back here on the Let's Talk Hookup app and radio network.